Outside the normalcies of the internet, there lies a horror beyond belief. A podcast filled with such twisted science and lunacy, it can only be called Geekbot.
What's going on, Geekbot fans? This is Andy, and I'm taking a moment to do a little stupid video blog, just recapping some things that come to mind from 2013 and maybe go into 2014 a little bit. So what I'm going to start doing here is some of the best movies that came out in 2013. By the way, happy Yuletide, happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. Whatever you're celebrating, I hope it's happy. Hope you're surrounded by friends and family. I know I am. In the other room, she's baking up some delicious food. I can't wait. And you'll probably hear some Christmas music in the background. It just helps us remain jolly this time of season. Just have to be inundated by that kind of music. So, also, this is my first time doing a video blog, so if it sucks ass, so be it. I'm learning. So, real quick, best movies of 2013. Just a few that come to mind when I started thinking about it. And one of the first movies that came to mind was The Last Stand, the Schwarzenegger movie that came out where he's a retired agent and he's a sheriff in a little town and they've got bad guys coming through. It was just a fun return for Stallone. For Schwarzenegger. I've already fucked this up. For Schwarzenegger, and I would love to see in the future him working with Johnny Knoxville again. I thought they made a great duo. I would love to see it. I don't need to see Schwarzenegger teamed up with another buff dude. Somebody like Johnny Knoxville, who has balls kicked more times than people have climbed Mount Everest. Bring it on. Also, A Good Day to Die Hard was a fantastic movie. For me, it's really hard to find fault with Bruce Willis when he does a Die Hard film. I really love the films. This Christmas, I'm probably going to be sitting down with my dad, watching at least the first one or two movies. They're great Christmas films. Man of Steel. I know a lot of people harped on Man of Steel and how bad it was, and I can't believe the end and what they did to the Man of Steel. Fuck all that. It was a good film. It was fun, and it brought life. It breathed life back into Superman, which is really what the franchise needed. I think they're adding way too many characters for Man of Steel 2, but we're going to see how that goes. Fuck it. And Pacific Rim. Holy crap. That was probably one of my favorite movies of this year. I mean, I think Raj is still masturbating thinking about the Jaeger battling the kaiju scenes. I've never seen somebody get so ramped up about it. But Pacific Rim, fantastic movie. If you have not seen it, then do yourself some good service and go to Redbox. Find it on Netflix. It might be available there now. I don't know. I just do the instant watch and whatever. Some of the worst movies of 2013, and I'm probably going to get some flack for this. Star Trek Into Darkness. To me, the new Star Trek films, they're visually beautiful, and outside the scenes where Simon Pegg is playing Scotty, I really have no idea that I'm watching a Star Trek film. Truly, I have no idea because it's so generic, it's so bland, and the whole thing. I know J.J. Abrams came out and said, I shouldn't have done the thing where I didn't let anybody know that Khan was going to be the bad guy. Fuck that. It was fun. It was fun for all of us to sit around and wonder who is the bad guy, and all the digging that I saw online. It was fantastic. I don't know. It was a good film. Good film for being a science fiction film, but for being a Star Trek film, didn't dig it. Warm Bodies. It's a zombie love story. More proof that zombies are jumping the shark. I'm telling you, man. Zombies are jumping the shark at this point. The Wolverine. Holy crap. If you have listened to any episode of Geekbot, I think we have touched on Huge Jacked Man. Ooh. You hear that? That was a bunch of chocolate candies, or chocolate semi-sweet chocolate thingamadoodles. Anyways, the Wolverine. It was horrible for a Wolverine movie. I get a lot of flack when I talk online. If you guys go to any of the other websites out there, they Geek Tyrant, Latino Review, Superhero Hype, they've got the Discuss thing down at the bottom where you can register and you can leave comments. And if you follow the Geekbot Discuss, most of that's me, and I get a lot of flack for hating on the Wolverine. It was a horrible movie. I mean, I grew up reading Wolverine comics. I grew up with the X-Men TV series, which was pretty horrible, but yeah, at least we got a little bit of Wolverine, and he talked like Wolverine should. Instead, we got huge Jack Man running around getting his claws fucking cut off. Just pathetic. After Earth, I don't think I really need to see another movie with Jaden Smith ever. Have you ever checked out his Twitter page? Holy crap, that kid is just dumb as a bag of shit. I don't know what's going on. Will Smith seems pretty cool. He seems like he's got his head on his shoulders. Jada Pinkett Smith, I don't know. She kind of looks like a space cadet. But Jaden, holy... Every time he's got a camera in his face, he's got this confused look like he's trying to pull off Blue Steel. I don't know. It's like he's got some mental issues going on. Anyways, I could go without seeing him on the screen ever again. And one more movie just to throw out there for shits and giggles is Jack the Giant Slayer. I don't know why they made that. For 2013, there's a Rising Star TV show. And that show is Arrow. In the first season, I hate to say it, first 6 or 8 episodes, you're like, ugh, what the fuck is going on? I'm so tired of this show. What? There he goes killing another person. Oh, there's his annoying whatever girlfriend. Oh, there's Harry Blackstone Copperfield Dresden. Oh, no, wait, it's Detective Lance. And just a lot of annoyances and a lot of writing issues in the first half of the first season. But then something clicked. I don't know if they fired a bunch of people and said, you will work harder, you will write better, and you will act better. But it started changing about halfway through season 1. Season 2, so far, has been really good. They've thrown in some villains, some really good villains. They've thrown in a few heroes. I even find myself fascinated with what happened on the island with Slade and Shadow. And well, I'm not going to get too much into it. It'll get spoilery. I'm not trying to spoil for you in this little video blog. But it's a really good show. Stephen Amell is... a really class act too. A lot of the things he does for the fans, he interacts with the fans on Facebook, which you don't see very often with a high-rated TV show like that. So I'm really digging him. Like the acting and the direction that the show has been going in lately. Hell, they even launched The Flash. We get to see Barry Allen next year. That's pretty freaking awesome. Now, my 2013 TV letdown has been Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I love Joss Whedon. I go to see Serenity every year here in Atlanta. They show it at the Plaza Theater in September. You can't stop the Serenity. But I'm a huge Firefly fan. I watched, I think, almost every episode of Buffy. I love Angel. I've seen every episode of Angel. But there is something going on with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I really don't think that it's Joss's fault. I think that the writing is just craptastic. It's super weak. None of the characters, well, I can't say none, but most of the characters don't really pop out at me. I wish they would just kill Skye off. Whenever we sit down and watch that show and she opens her mouth, it's either her saying, yes, I want to be a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, or it's her saying, why does S.H.I.E.L.D. have such protocol in place? Or she's wondering about her parents, which at this point I really don't give a shit. I'm more interested in finding out why the hell Tahiti is such a magical place. If you watch the more recent episode, Coulson was kidnapped because of what they did to bring him back to life. Just whatever. I'm getting to where I really can't watch the show much more. They're 8 or 10 episodes in, and usually by then you have an idea if the show is going to be good or not. I mean, we saw that with Arrow. I just mentioned that it took them several episodes, but I think it's time to fire somebody or do some switches with the actors. Kill a couple of people off. Jesus Christ, it's Joss Whedon. He has no problems killing people off. But I'd love to see more of Michael Peterson, Jay August, his character. I did not like how the episode ended. I really want him to be alive, and I'm thinking he will be. I'd love to see him become a regular on the show. Some exciting things that are coming up in 2014. We've got I, Frankenstein, which the comic book was fantastic. I think the movie's going to be really crappy. It's going to be like a C-rated Underworld type of film, but I'm a sucker for anything Frankenstein, so I'm going to go see it. RoboCop. When we first started seeing about RoboCop, I thought, oh, fuck, this is going to be shit. And then recently, the more recent trailers and images that you've seen pop up online are intriguing. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. I really hope that at the end, I'm hoping beyond hope, that at the end of the film, he goes back to the silver suit. I don't like the plastic-looking black suit that he's in. I don't give a shit if it's more stealthy and tactical. That's what Michael Keaton's character says in one of the promos. Put him in black. I don't want to see that. I want to see him back in the silver suit by the end of the film. Maybe shooting somebody out of a window and saying, I need some silver. I'm too bland. Guardians of the Galaxy. If you have not heard, Vin Diesel has been confirmed by Marvel to be Groot, and it has been confirmed by the director that he will only state the line, I am Groot. And he joked around saying that Vin Diesel in his acting prowess, I've never seen somebody be able to deliver a line in so many different ways. So we get Groot, we get Vin Diesel as Groot, which I don't give a crap if somebody's like, fuck Vin Diesel, oh, this is a perfect role for him, he has no acting prowess. I don't give a shit what you think about it. The man is a geek and a nerd to his core. He plays Dungeons and Dragons, he plays World of Warcraft. Come on. Speaking of World of Warcraft, Siege of Orgrimmar, the Garrosh raid that was released this year for World of Warcraft, top notch. It's been a lot of fun. All the changes that have happened in Pandaria, I've really dug them. I've got my 90 druid just running around trying to do all these quests and build up my cooking and pull my turnips and whatnot, and trying to build up my rogues so he can get there too, because rogues love pulling turnips and melons. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, I think it's going to be one of the shining stars next year. They're billing it as a sci-fi action comedy. I'm all for it. I'm even okay with Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon at this point. I think one of my favorite movies next year is going to be Captain America, The Winter Soldier. If you've listened to the podcast, you know how much I love the first film. I think that this film is going to be spectacular. And I hope that it leads into something similar to what we saw as Civil War in the comic books. Godzilla is going to be another fantastic film next year. If you're a fan of monster movies, if you're a fan of Godzilla, hell, if you're a fan of Heisenberg, you're going to dig Godzilla. And also, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, even though it's probably going to suck because Michael Bay is going to include explosions everywhere, and he's changed so many goddamn things that just don't make any sense. I'm going to go see it because I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan, and even though it sucks. If you haven't watched the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon on Nickelodeon, you gotta watch it. I've been watching it. I've been trying to get caught up on it. And it has elements of the classic 80s cartoon. It has elements of the old black and white comic book, which just blew me away when I first read that. But yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. At least the cartoon, we know it's good. We'll see what happens with the movie. So my friends, there's a whole lot more. I've just skimmed the surface right here just to give you guys a little bit of heads up on things that you might be glad that you missed in 2013 and things you might need to go back and watch or look at or pay attention to in 2013. And real quick, regardless of where you live, support local independent artists, creators, musicians. Those are the people that they're struggling and working as hard as they can to make a buck. And a lot of these guys have freaking incredible art. And people like Loki Shane DeFries, Johnny Parker, Mike Groves, Chris Hammer, those guys create such fun artwork. And look for them. And look for people in your area. Check them out. Don't depend on the big Megalomart to supply you with Christmas gifts. I know it's last minute, but fuck it. If you're like me, if you're a guy, then you're waiting till the last minute to get at least one or two of those final gifts. So my friends, find us online at Geekbot Media at gmail.com. You can email us there. Geekbotmedia.com. You can find us at facebook.com/geekbotmedia and twitter.com/geekbotmedia. For Geekbot Media and Raj, who is not here, I love you, brother. I miss you. Wherever you are. My name is Andy. I'm out of here. Beep boop. Pound cake.
Ready? Yep.